Right. So Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. As Imam Abu Hanifa says that for your salah to be complete, there must be khuruj bi sun'ihi. You must do something purposefully that takes you out of the salat. If you don't do something purposefully that takes you out of salat, the salat is not complete, right? Even though if you look at that opinion of Imam Hanifa that you must do something purposefully that take you out of the salat, it is not exactly in line with the Hanafi principles. Because if you apply the Hanafi principles strictly, even if you've done something purposefully that takes you out of the salah, you still left out a wajib, right? And that is salam. So, and because you came out of salah purposefully, you can't make bina. So there's only one option left, and that you must repeat the salah. But I told you this is one instance where we move away from the normal logic, and we say that if you purposefully came out of salah, like by breaking wind or something like that, right? You say you don't have to repeat the salah. But like I told you, I explained you earlier, technically you have to repeat the salah, right? Right, okay. If a person breaks his wudu after tashahud, his salah is complete, but he not full wajib make salah. MashaAllah, very good. See, online people beat you, the old aunties beat you even. They explain it better than you people. MashaAllah. So, even then, technically speaking, we say that your salat is not done, but this is one of the instances where we move away from logic and we say now, this person read the whole salah properly and he just left out one thing, which is a wajib thing. So don't punish him by having to repeat the whole salah. Are you with me? So now, yesterday, what we done in the lesson is this here. Yesterday, we said that we mentioned several things where a person came out of salah, but not bi khuruji sunaihi. It wasn't a purposeful exit from salat. So because it was not a purposeful and intentional exit from salat, we'll say here that the faraz has not been done, right? So he has to repeat the salah. Now Sahibain, they say that to purposefully, intentionally come out of the salah is not a condition. It is not a condition. So according to them, the salat will be done. So all these things we said, like we just said, أو كان ماسحا فانقضت مدة مسحه أو خلع خفيه بعمل يسير أو كان أميا فتعلم سورة etc. etc. So see there, if you look there, you see in all this we say فانقطع عذره كالمستحاضة ومن بمعناه بطلت صلاته في قول أبي حنيفة. The salat will become batil according to Imam Abu Hanifa. Why? Because there's no khuruj bi sun'ihi, right? Carry on reading from the Yusuf. وقال تمت صلاته. Right. So Sahih Ben say in all these instances what we mentioned here, the salat will be done. The salat will be completed. Right. And what is the reason? Yeah, see, Waqila, it is said al-aslu, the main overarching principle is that أن الخروج عن الصلاة بصنع المصلي فرض. أن الخروج, to come out of the salah بصنع المصلي, with a purposeful action from musalli, farthun inda Abi Hanifata, it is faraz upon Imam Abu Hanifa rahimallahu ta'ala, right? And carry on. Right, and laysa bi faradhin indahuma, and it is not farad according to them too. So in other words, even though he came out of the salah unintentionally, right, you say that salat is complete. And what was the reason? I told you the hadith of Ibn Mas'ud, إِذَا قُلْتَ هَذَا أَوْ فَعَلْتَ هَذَا فَقَدْ تَمَّتْ صَلَاتُكَ. If you say this or you do this, then your salat has been complete, right? So yeah, so فَإِعْتِرَاضُ هَذِهِ الْأَوَارِضِ, all these breakers, you can say these breakers of salat. فَإِعْتِرَاضُ هَذِهِ الْأَوَارِضِ, and then the appearance of all of these breakers in Dahu, according to Abu Hanifa, right? في هذه الحالة, in this condition which came باعتراضه في خلال الصلاة or في, it's like it just happened in the middle of the salat. Why? Because the salat was not complete. Why? When does the salat be complete? إذا قلت هذا أو فعلت هذا, right? When you so no, I explained it wrong, because according to him, salat is only complete when you come out by intentionally coming out of salah. So this person never come out of salah intentionally. What happened? He never intentionally come out of salah. So as though he was still in salah. So if it was as though he was still in salah and his wudu broke, and through any one of these things here, what must you do? Right? Your salat is not complete. Your salat is not complete. So according to Imam Hanifa, his salat is not complete. Right? You understood that? So it's because he didn't intentionally come out of salah, as though he's still in salah. And because he's as though he's still in salah and his wudu broke through any one of those things here, so his salat is not complete. You understood that? Carry on. Yeah. So وَإِنْدَهُمَا كَاعْتِرَاضِهِمَا بَعْدَ التَّسْلِيمِ. According to them too, according to صاحبين, the hadith is إذا قلت هذا أو فعلت هذا فقد تمت صلاتك. So according to صاحبين, they don't have the extra condition that you have to come out of the salah. So according to صاحب, صاحبين, to come out of the salat by your own doing is not a condition. It is not a condition for the salat to be complete. As long as you sat in tashahud or you recited the tashahud, your salat is complete. So as though these breakers of salat came after your salat is complete. You understand what I'm saying? As though the breakers of salat came after your salat. So see there, وَإِنَّهُمَا, according to them too, كَإِعْتِرَاضِهِمَا بَعْدَ التَّسْلِيمِ, as though they appeared بَعْدَ التَّسْلِيمِ, after he completed his salat. And we know salah is wajib, etc., etc. But here we're just going to waive the salam. According to we're just going to waive the salam because, as I told you earlier, why punish him when he's done everything of salat and say he must repeat his salat, right? Read the next one. Yeah. So what is the proof for Sahibain to say that he is already, so to say, you can say, done his salat, that even though he didn't come out of the salat intentionally, right? Lahuma ma rawayna, for them too, Simon's previous ma, what we narrated, min hadith ibn Mas'ud, from the hadith of Ibn Mas'ud, that is, إذا قلت هذا أو فعلت هذا فقد تمت صلاتك. If you do this or you say this, as though your salat is complete, right? So she salat complete. But I told you, you might still argue and say, but salam is wajib, etc., etc. But then we gave the answer on the behalf of Sahibain to say, look here, yes, salam is wajib, etc. And under normal circumstances, if the wajib was left out during the salah, we'd say if it was intentional, you have to repeat the salah. If it was unintentional, you have to make sajda sahu, etc. That's the normal default ruling. But here, because he's come right to the end of the salat, he's come to the last leg of the salat, even though he left the wajib out, we'll just overlook it here, right? We'll go beyond qiyas and we'll overlook it. Istihsanan means you look beyond the normal superficial logic and you allow it to happen, right? So you understood, Luqman, you understood properly what is Sahibain's reasoning. That إذا قلت هذا أو فعلت هذا فقد تمت صلاتك, right? Read the next one. Now this is Imam Saab's proof. What Imam Saab said? Imam Saab said you cannot come out of salah. Your salat is not complete until you do not do something intentionally to take you out of the salat, right? That was what Imam Saab. So here he never do something intentionally to take him out of the salat. Hence, what? He say he didn't, his salat is not complete. Now look at his reasoning. So وَلَوْ أَنَّهُ from there, وَلَوْ أَنَّهُ لَا يُمْكِنْهُ أَدَاءُ الصَّلَاةِ الْأُخْرَى إِلَّا بِالْخُرُوجِ مِنْ هَذِهِ. So you say, look here, when this person was reading his salat, right? And can he finished make tashahud, for example, and he finished recited tashahud. Can he jump from there and start another farz salat? Well, you say it's permissible now. He just stand up and he reads another 2 rakats and he say, I'm making qaza of my fajr qaza. Well, will you say that's permissible? You won't say it's permissible. So we say, because he's still busy with the one farz salat. You understand what I'm saying? So you will say, he's still busy with the one farz salah. He's still busy one farz salah. He can't jump into another farz salah. He can't jump into another farz salah. So this shows you that he hasn't come out of the salah. He hasn't come out of the salah. You understand what I'm saying? If you read the 4 rakats Zohr today, you're busy reading, and after you read the 4 rakats Zohr, you finish the tashahud. Can you just stand up without making salam and say, I'm making 2 rakats qaza of my farz of this morning? You So it's not permissible because without completing one farz, you're jumping into another farz, right? So that's we say, look here, yes, if you broke the salat intentionally, we say now you broke the salat, now you can go to another farz. So same thing we're saying here. See, you would allow him to jump into another farz. What does it show you? That he hasn't come out of the salat, that his farz salat is not complete as yet. Are you with me? So, walahu, Imam Abu Hanifa's proof is, annahu la yumkinuhu ada'u salatin ukhra, that walahu, that it is not correct for him until he did not come out of the salah with the action from his side. La yumkinu ada'u salatin ukhra, to discharge another salat, or even maybe a nafil salat even, illa bil khuruj min hadhihi, except that you make khuruj, you come out of the salah, right? Carry on. Yeah. So وَمَا لَا يَتَوَصَّلُ إِلَى الْفَرْضِ إِلَّا بِهِ يَكُونُ فَرْض. So that which you cannot do another farz without it, that will also be farz. You understand what I'm saying? So you cannot stand up and do another farz, which is the qaza of fajr. You cannot do it. You need to come out of the salah, right? Either by making salam, which is wajib, or either by doing some action which takes you out of salah. So that which a farz cannot be accomplished without it, it will also be farz. You understood that? That's what they're saying. وَمَا لَا يُتَوَصَّلُ إِلَى الْفَرْضِ, that you cannot reach to a farz إِلَّا بِهِ, right? وَمَا لَا يُتَوَصَّلُ إِلَى الْفَرْضِ, that which you cannot reach to a farz إِلَّا بِهِ, except with it, يَكُونُ فَرْضًا, that will also be farz. You understood what I'm saying? So what we're saying, you cannot jump up and start reading another farz salah. You need to come out of the salah. So this shows you, in order to another farz salah, you have to come out of the salah. So that which cannot, another farz cannot be accomplished without it, it itself will be it will be farz, it will be compulsory. Is that clear? Now in the next verse, we're going to answer Sahibain. Remember Sahibain said, إِذَا قُلْتَ هَذَا أَوْ فَعَلْتَ هَذَا فَقَدْ تَمَتْ صَلَاتُكَ, right? These from there, we're going to answer that. Right. So we say that that hadith of Ibn Mas'ud where Nabi Sallallahu said, إِذَا قُلْتَ هَذَا أَوْ فَعَلْتَ هَذَا فَقَدْ تَمَّ صَلَاتُكَ, when you do this or you say this, then as though your salah, it is close. What? It is close to completion. Doesn't mean it's complete. It is close to completion. So yes, when a person sat in tashahud or he recited the tashahud, etc., etc., we'll say his salat is close to completion, but it is not complete. Are you with me? Yeah, and then you ask the question, but okay, if you say it is close to complete but not complete, then why, when he came out of the salat of his own, we say he don't have to repeat it? There, I told you, there we abandon the qiyas and we go to istihsan, and istihsan is this here, that istihsan here is that we won't make him repeat it because he just left something out at the end of the race. So the question, so we don't need to repeat the salah. So according to Imam Abu Hanifa, if you never do something to take you out of salah intentionally, it was unintentional, you have to repeat it. According to Sahibain, even if it was unintentional, we'll say that your salat is complete, even if it was unintentional, because إِذَا قُلْتَ هَذَا أَوْ فَعَلْتَ هَذَا فَقَدْ تَمَّتْ صَلَاتُكَ, right? Carry on. Right, it has come close to, right. Okay, so here in this text here, they're answering an objection to one ibarat here. I want you to go back and see where it says the ibarat. It says here that yeah, istakhlafa ummiyan. So Masla is saying there that if a person he made a ummi as imam, right? See there, he already said the amount of the tashahud. What he done? He already said the amount of the tashahud, and after he said the amount of the tashahud, his wudu broke, and then he put a ummi, a person who can't read Quran at all, as a imam to complete the salah. Then according to this masla earlier, the salat will be broken. Salat will be null and void. And according to Hazrat Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah ta'ala, the salat will not be complete because this is not khuruj bi sun'ihi. This is not khuruj bi sun'ihi, right? According to Sahibain, the salat will be done because إذا فعلت هذا أو قلت هذا فقد تمت صلاتك. If you do this or you say this, then your salat will be complete. Now, the question is, والاستخلاف ليس بمفسد حتى يجوز في حق القارئ إنما الفساد ضرورة حكم الشرعين وهو عدم صلاحية الإمام. Okay, this one I require some explanation, and I see the time is up already. So we'll start from there tomorrow, inshallah. Just remember that, right? بس سبحان الله وبحمده سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.